The Panthers Poundcast is for entertainment purposes only. The opinions expressed on the show are solely those of the presenters and in no way reflect the views of the Panthers organization. Listener discretion is advised.
You got it.
This is Panthers Poundcast.
Welcome to the Panthers Poundcast. Happy Labor Day weekend to Panthers Nation.
Hooray.
This is my buddy. He's a co-host.
Jamekus
And that's my other buddy. He's also a co-host.
Master Splinter.
in the house.
Welcome to the regular season.
Almost.
Carolina Panthers NFL 2017-2018 campaign.
Artist.
There's really not a lot to talk about, so we're going to keep the show short today.
It's going to be under 2 minutes.
Under 2 minutes?
We've gone too far already. We should.
I just noticed your cat's signed. I'm getting distracted. I'm seeing Derek Anderson.
Before we get into business, let's talk about
Joe
is that
I'm seeing
Gano?
Ron Rivera. I'm seeing.
Need some whiteout.
What do we got? Who we got over here? That's
Graham Gano.
That's
Graham
good.
Gano. Oh man,
Whiteout on
that
that one.
that hat is worth
Is that Olsen?
$1,000. You
Oh,
know why?
47.
Because Graham Gano is still on the Carolina Panthers.
We got this signed when you and I went
Teddy
to
Williams.
training camp. No, he's 21. I don't remember
27?
That was one of the practice squad guys, I'm sure.
Swayze Waters.
No, it wasn't him.
Oh man, I was really, really drunk at that. I don't remember.
Yeah, that
why.
was one of your last hurrahs.
I did
Sorry,
ask
Kool-Aid,
Graham Gano a question, and then I answered it for him immediately.
How many days are you sober now?
Over 365 days.
Made it a year.
Congratulations to
Hell
Los
yeah.
Pantera
Hell yeah.
for over a year of sobriety.
Mostly.
Now listen, I'm not against beer or wine or liquor, just for my own personal
But he
effects.
encourages you to pick up
But
his
I
lack of drinking.
completely do. You guys have to start drinking more for me. And here's to you.
We're drinking our black coffees, not spiked with vodka this year. But, so we made some cuts.
We did make some
But
cuts.
not Graham Gano.
Like I said,
Cut out
that
alcohol.
hat still worth some money because Graham Gano is still on this team.
Hopefully not for long. I hate Graham Gano.
Along
There's no
with-
secret here.
Harrison Butker. So we have two kickers on this team.
I disagree because isn't a kicker's job to make kicks? I feel like we have one.
We have one kicker and
I mean,
one
they
guy
kick-
who they attempt to put out on the field to kick the ball sometimes.
Graham Gano entered the field. I went to the Pittsburgh preseason game, and he came out with these black sweatpants on. All the other guys are warming up, and Graham's just over there on the bench, riding his little bike, and then missing field goals like usual. He cannot hit from over 50. He's
It's
just
just
trash.
regrets. He used to be good, and it's slowly gotten worse in front of our eyes.
He hasn't had a good year since 2013. That's something to keep
He's
in
got
mind.
kicking
He's
kids.
fucking sorry.
My wife was feeding our son during the last game, and Graham got trotted out on the field, missed the kick. I just walked in. I told my wife, listen, Graham Gano just missed another kick, and she just burst out laughing.
He's fucking sorry. He needs to go. That's
Well, what are we gonna get? We gonna get something for him or what? I mean,
Probably not.
Take a case of beer at
Well,
this point.
anything.
Rumor has it that Arizona is interested in a trade with Graham Gano, or with the Panthers for Graham Gano, but realistically, we're not going to keep two kickers. And I think we all know that Graham Gano is the lesser of the two kickers. And I think Arizona knows that. I think Arizona thinks that we're going to release him, and they'll just pick him up then. At least if I were the GM in Arizona, I would give it another week and be like, okay, we'll roll with our guy for a week, and if the Panthers do cut Gano,
Let him
we'll
go.
pick him
Just
up.
go pick up the pieces, a la the Patriots.
Yeah. Granted, he has to make it through waiver wires, but with how badly he's been performing lately, I don't think that's going to be an issue. I don't know that there's a huge market out there waiting for Graham Gano to get dropped
I think,
so
like-
they can pick him up.
I think, like all of us, we were very hopeful for him, and he's just not performing. So
He had a great year where he made all his extra points and went like 88 or 89% or something like that. But he just doesn't have consistency anymore, and he's not any good. It's still scary on the flip side. Think about going with a rookie into a season where you're ready to win it all.
Unproven.
I mean, that's I don't know. We'll just have to see.
Graham was a part of that 2015 team,
That-
and he played a critical role in parts of that season.
Played critical.
But he played a critical role in Game 1 too.
He also missed the field goal in the Super Bowl.
First game of that season, man. I'll never forget
2016
in Denver. We were there.
He can go to hell. That's bottom line. We already spent too much air talking about the loser. Please go away. Arizona, give us anything. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Just trade for him, please. Just take him away.
We're not going to go through all the cuts, but there are some interesting ones.
Let's
number one,
Joe Webb.
We cut Joe Webb.
That's the end of an era.
He has been a special teams ace for us.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He is a backup quarterback. He's a backup wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
He has played cornerback. I don't know what we're doing. We have one backup quarterback on a team where you have the quarterback that runs the most out of any quarterback.
And has a surgically repaired shoulder going into the season.
Yeah, and the one quarterback that is behind him has performed incredibly poorly in the preseason.
He has more experience. Same thing in the situation with Gano. It's just that I would have picked the younger guy. I would have even gave Gilbert a shot over Anderson at this point. At least go with the age, not the experience.
So you
and hope
mentioned a good
Cam
point.
stays healthy.
Age, like backups, regardless if you're a backup or not, you still do age. You age in the offseason, you age in the regular season. You have to go through the camps. He just looks like crap. And then you got to look at what we're paying a guy like DA to do nothing. You know, that could go to Norwell's contract. That could go to an extension for.
He's like
whoever.
the vice president. He does some things.
He doesn't really. I mean, whatever he has had to teach Cam, if he hasn't taught him already, he's not ever going to learn it. I mean, it's enough. I don't know.
A lot of people have unrealistic expectations of backup quarterbacks. What I would think is a good backup quarterback is someone that with 10 games to go in the season, if they got put in, could win 5 of them. If you can win 50% of your games, you're a good backup. Not a great backup,
Right.
but there are a ton of teams that don't have a great starting quarterback.
Right.
A quarterback who can't win half their games. You know what I mean?
Miami Dolphins.
So, I just don't trust Derek to go in and the offense to still be productive.
Me neither.
Granted, he had those games against the Bucs, but the Bucs were terrible that year.
Fucker.
And we saw what happened when he went against an improved Bucs team last year.
At home. On prime time.
It was ugly.
And we also saw when Cam got punished in Seattle. What happens then too?
Oh my goodness, that was on Tolbert too. He's not around either.
Regardless, it's you mess up the flow of the team when you don't have number one out there under center. Period. Cam Newton's the offense. Period. The same way Luke's the defense. It is what it is. There's no arguing it. And I'm with you. Like Joe Webb was a better carbon copy of Cam in terms of keeping the offense the same. And then you were mentioning the possibility of going after that feller in Seattle.
Trevon Boykin, coming out of Seattle as Russell Wilson's backup. He got released from Seattle yesterday, and I think he would be a good backup for Cam. He's a similar style player. Obviously, he doesn't have the immense talent that Cam Newton has, but it allows our offense to keep moving without skipping a beat. We can keep those play action plays in there. We can keep the play action phase in there. We can keep the quarterback runs in there. He can still scramble.
Yep.
Granted, like I said, he's not going to be Cam Newton, but he's going to be something close. And I just think that anytime you put Derek Anderson out there, you have to completely revamp your offense, and you're taking plays out of the playbook. And I just don't think that can be a winning formula.
Do you think this has anything to do with Hurney?
Some of it has to be, but it's just so hard to tell how much.
Well, and here's the thing is, you can't say that these are bad moves yet.
They're moves, right.
They're moves, and we are not done with this roster. We have 2 kickers. We have not carried 2 kickers into a season since 2010 when we carried Reese Lloyd and John Casey. And that was because John Casey was losing his leg strength and Reese Lloyd was the kickoff specialist. Reese Lowe's a badass too. I love Reese.
And then you gotta have British soccer players sometimes.
Well, we have the same thing with not a lot of teams were able to keep 3 quarterbacks on the payroll either. So we've kind of been an anomaly for a few years, and then we go back to normal. I'm just not thrilled with who we've got on backup. No offense, DA.
Most
you
teams
served
carry
us well.
3 quarterbacks though. And nowadays, you can't afford to only have 2 quarterbacks. I have heard I don't think that this is how the Panthers organization views it, but I've heard a number of fans say that maybe they keep Christian as the 3rd quarterback. He has thrown before, but at the same time, you're talking about the kind of emergency quarterback that D'Angelo
Right,
was.
exactly, right, yeah, in worst case scenario.
Because I can't remember when, but at one point, D'Angelo Williams was our emergency backup quarterback.
It's just shenanigans. I mean, I don't know.
But never actually saw him draw a snap. I've seen, haven't we not done some sort of special play, or trick play, flea flicker or something?
We had Legadoo Nane chuck it past to Cam Newton.
Mm-hmm.
But never D. Will? I would have swore I'd seen D. Will try to throw the ball once. It was terrible.
That could be. That it was just a botched Wildcat situation.
He still hasn't been picked up. I think he's done.
He's
a
wrestling.
wrestler, dude. Who needs football?
He wrestles 2 or 3 months out of the year, and then they air the episode slowly, and then he goes back in there after another 3 months off. Gets to spend
He's
time
just
with the
waiting,
family.
just like Steve Smith, for us to be like 10-2 and make a run.
That Steve Smith thing is such an interesting.
If he came back and took snaps away from Christian McCaffrey, I'd be so mad.
We should check to see if any fans out there, any of our people watching, actually have a copy of that Don Russ Steve Smith. Because if there's a copy of him in the jersey that says Steve Smith Senior, because he never became senior until he went to Baltimore, then
You can Photoshop
why?
that.
Yeah, but why are they doing that? Why are they messing with my emotion?
Because he's the greatest Carolina Panthers.
It is really bizarre, though.
It
It
is.
is. It's weird.
Because he is the only non-Panther that is in there. Granted, in our minds, he's a lifetime Panther.
It's all the things that don't add up. The same way they sent the playoff tickets with the bundle this year. The same way I've been telling you with all the news reports and the Panthers.
You've already
War
had
magazine.
to pay for the playoff tickets. right?
No, you haven't. They always send a separate batch after, and then you pay as you play.
Yeah.
They already knew, like, why bother? Go ahead and send the playoff tickets because we're going. Save the expense of shipping all another package to 60,000 PSL owners.
Something shady.
It is weird, and it's also weird who just happens to be on those tickets. You got
This is the
Ian
season.
Olsen on your playoff
If
tickets.
that comes true and we win the Super Bowl, that means everything's rigged, and then we have to end
It is
we have
rigged.
to end the
You
show.
heard it here first. Again, I've been telling you for years. I just can't prove it.
So if we win the Super Bowl, the podcast is no more. The Poundcast is no more.
Why is that?
Well, because then we clearly know it's rigged. Why are we going to sit and talk about something? It's like having a wrestling.
Because then we were right.
Because there are wrestling shows, too.
Yeah, we can still be a fan.
Okay,
of
we'll go with
the watch
that.
system.
But then I want to recommend that they bring back the face paint rule that Greg Hardy had instilled. I'm thinking damn luchador
Ask
masks.
me if I care if it's rigged in our favor.
Yeah, exactly. Ask the Patriots how good rigging can feel.
Yeah.
Takes
You
away.
know, I think looking at those 5 rings that they've garnered over the last, 15, 16 years, I think that helps them sleep a little bit at night.
Fuck yeah.
But then how is that rigged, though? How do you rig? Why do these guys get 5 wins, 5 rings?
Why
Because
were the
Robert
Patriots
Kraft
the
is
first
not
team
the
to
lead.
win the
Who's
Super
Robert
Bowl
Kraft?
after 9/11?
And the Saints after Katrina. Watch Houston run deep this year.
Yankees did not win the World Series after 9/11.
They wouldn't have to cover up too much.
No. It's going to be interesting. Who cares? We'll move on. It's rigged, but we're going to be good.
We're still going to talk, and I'm going to pretend that's real.
We did keep Alex
Like Santa
Armah.
Claus.
Another interesting selection to keep.
Yeah.
You know, he did have that one good play, 1 touchdown, Tennessee game.
Granted,
When we did draft him,
we did, and I think that it's interesting to see that we kept him. I think it's kind of a signal that we're not going to use the fullback as much as we have in years past.
Right.
Granted, our fullback is not Mike Tolbert, but I think that we're going to see more 2-back sets with Jonathan Stewart in the backfield and then maybe Christian McCaffrey also in the backfield.
Fozzie had a great preseason too. So
Yeah, but he ain't gonna touch that ball unless somebody gets hurt.
Yeah, they throw him on bizarre plays every now and again. Like 3rd down, and they'll throw him the
where's Scoot? Did we lose Scoot?
Scoot Simmons.
Scoot Jalen. Old Jalen.
Poor Scoot.
I didn't see his name on the cuts, but I can't imagine we kept him.
No, I think he's gone.
He'll be practice squatting again probably.
What about Corn Elder?
Corn Elder's still on the team.
All right.
And that's depth in the secondary slightly. There's another thing when you talk about Kalen Clay making the roster and being traded immediately to the Bills.
Yep.
For Kayvon.
Kevon Seymour.
One of the people you were talking about that you were bummed out about, I'm sure a lot of Panthers fans are, was Kalen Clay.
Yeah, I thought he looked great.
So
I thought he looked better than Russell Shepard, who we kept. We still have stupid ass Burson, don't we?
No, Burson
got cut.
He's injured though.
But he's cut though.
Well, he's practice squad, I'm sure.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're never going to get rid of Burson.
Practice
He
squad.
fucking lives at the stadium.
He needs to get out of here.
He gets his mail
Burson's
there.
going to clear waiver wires.
I wonder too.
If he does, he'll still be selling hog mollies on frickin' in the 500s.
Breaking my balls, that guy.
And they're gonna just bring him in. He's gonna be the new co-host of Panther Talk. Always sign as Panthers legend Brenton
You
Burson.
can touch his hair if you want.
He didn't have any.
JJ Jansen can sit there and
You better watch your mouth when it comes to number 44.
No, I'm just saying that, like, they're gonna give JJ to Burson for like a freaking personal assistant or something.
Bullshit.
You got the 10-year contract. What else are you gonna do in the offseason? Take care of Burson's hair.
JJ Jansen deserves his own assistant.
Triple J deserves.
Brenton Burson will be JJ's assistant.
At least a towel boy.
I'm just saying, you don't talk about a long snapper until they fuck up, and nobody talks about JJ Jansen.
He blew it once, I think.
Once, and he's been here for how long?
Stop talking about it.
He blew it once.
I don't remember.
He's great. Love you, JJ.
So Kalen Clay is gone, and Buffalo gets another one of our pieces.
He said Buffalo fans are mad about it.
Yeah, they had a guy that had proven himself in the regular season, played 200-something snaps last year. As a rookie, had 22 tackles, I believe. I mean, you can't argue with that.
He's aggressive. I saw
We traded an undrafted free agent wide receiver for him.
Right.
And a 7th. We traded a 7th.
That could be a win. We don't know yet. We'll have to figure it out. Like Coney Ely wasn't a win for the Pats. Jacoby Brissett didn't work out.
You know where
His
he
North
is
Carolina
now?
product has got shipped out to somewhere.
The New York Jets.
Who?
Coney Ely is now.
Oh, Ely's a Jet?
Yep.
So you go from going to the obvious division winner to the obvious cellar dweller.
Yeah, the obvious number 1 overall pick next year.
Do you really want... I would love to do that sort of prediction show and throw some cash dollars on it. Who's going to be the worst of the NFL next year?
The New York Jets.
They're going to be right
The
there.
Jets will be worse in that division than the
The New
Bills.
York Jets will be the worst team in the NFL.
Yeah,
And then worse than the Jay Cutler-led Dolphins.
I don't think the Dolphins are going to be that bad.
I bet you he's going to come back, man.
I think the Dolphins finish number 2 in the division.
If the Dolphins win the Super Bowl, they will make a movie about Jay Cutler's life.
They're not going to win the Super Bowl.
I'm just saying, if they did, that's what's going to happen.
Then will Mark Wahlberg be Jay Cutler?
Yeah, who else would play?
I don't know.
Mark Wahlberg was already invincible.
That's
Exactly.
right, true.
And that would be the same type of
Toby
story.
Maguire for Jay Cutler. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Anyway, they suck.
Sean William Scott. That's Jay Cutler.
He's busy making hockey movies.
Yeah. Goon.
Go
watch Goon.
3.
Goon 2's
We're
good.
the
I
biggest.
saw that today.
We're the
It's awesome.
biggest
It's not
proponents of that movie.
It's a great movie.
We're the best. We're like Goon. Watch the Goon.
Watch Goon. Watch, Goon 2.
So whatever. Watch hockey movies and wait for the regular season. It's we got our roster. We'll see. Like you said, we'll have some more moves. We'll get rid of one of those kickers. Maybe we'll fire them both and just never kick. I think we should go for it on 4th down all the time, anyways.
I mean, there have been studies done that say that it is smarter to go for it on 4th down than to punt it.
I think so.
Because generally, when you get to 4th down, like, I would say at least 50% of the time you have like 2 yards or less.
More than 50%.
Dude, if you're on your own 10, you're
And
not
if you
going
can't
for
get
it.
2 yards, then you're not going to win anyway.
If you're on your own 6-yard line, you are not going for it on 4th down. You're going to try to punt it at least to get out of the shadow.
Oh, well, yeah,
Right.
but if you're talking...
So where's the limit? You're in their territory?
40-yard
Go for
line.
it. You're 40 or they're 40?
Or 40. Fuck it. Wow.
If we are outside of field goal range for them, if they would have to move the ball in order to score, I would go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, absolutely. Because not only are you setting a massive tone, you're showing no fear. You're gassing their defense if you just get 1 or 2 per game. You're just telling them, we're going to get a fucking score. Period.
It's an interesting theory.
Say you get the first one, or even just the second one, it's demoralizing
Right.
to think.
There's that
All right,
factor.
we held on 3rd down. we're going to get to come off the field.
The mind games.
And then you see the offensive line up and Jonathan Stewart running right at you.
Or Cam. Or McCaffrey. Or we throw the fucking 80-yard bomb to KB.
Like, it's something that you don't want to see as an opposing defense. So I think we should go for it more often.
I agree.
But I think Riverboat Ron might be dead.
Oh, yeah. Riverboat has definitely gotten
He's done gambling.
more predictable.
Done gambling.
More safe. Let's see. Hope that changes.
Well, all these things.
Steve Wilkes got our defense all fired up out of the preseason overall. Our defense, I thought.
Probably the best defense that.
What's your grade for the preseason defense, what you saw, gentlemen?
First team defense will get an A from me.
Yeah.
Okay. And offense? I know we've only seen the one drive by Cam Newton.
A+.
A+. There we go. We're going to win it all!
You know what? If Cam Newton is always 100% passing with a touchdown to Kelvin Benjamin, you know what? I think I'll
keep that shit up. That's what I'm saying.
But we also want to give you our predictions for the regular season. Of course, we start next week.
San Fran,
49ers, and Kyle Shanahan, fresh off of blowing a 25-point lead in the Super Bowl.
He is now head coach.
So, who do you think's going to win that game?
Panthers.
I
by a lot.
Don't think it's going to be by a lot because what I saw from their first string in the Minnesota game they played, Hoyer's a good quarterback. He's just not consistent. Or else he would have, had a longer career. So I don't think he's going to last. But to have them come out the first game fired up because they look like the chumps, they're going to be a dangerous team in my opinion. We're still going to win by 17, but yeah.
I think the 49ers are going to be dog shit this year.
As do I.
So I'm thinking that's a win.
I agree. I'm just saying week 1, I think the Niners are going to be just as good as any other team, any given Sunday.
So there we go, 1-0. Week 2.
Bills.
Sean McDermott and the Buffalo Bills
I can't wait for that
back
game, man.
to Charlotte.
That's going to be nice.
2-0.
2-0. Saints at Panthers.
3-0.
3-0. And then we head to
3-1.
Foxborough. And
we'll be there to watch our first loss of the season and to give everybody hugs.
I think you can't realistically
I'm going to go.
Tom Brady.
I am going to go against. I'm going to go say right now 4-0. We're going to beat the Pats.
Are you going to that game?
Oh yeah. I'm going to that
game. Did you
game.
get tickets?
No.
We're waiting because they keep going down in price.
We're strategizing. We got this. We're going to be in there. One way or another. Even if Linda's got to be in there, and I got to be in there with Linda.
7 days later, we head to Detroit.
That game could go either way, realistically. They give us a hard time.
Man, Stafford's got a ton of money now, so maybe their offense will finally gel, but I don't even know who is up there.
Name the running back for the Detroit Lions.
Barry Sanders.
Marshawn Johnson.
Marshawn Johnson.
Somebody,
sounds like
name a wide receiver for the
Megatron.
Christian Benjamin.
There we go. I'm just going to go ahead and say we're going to win that game.
We should win that game.
So now we're like 4-1 according to you guys. 5-0.
We'll call it 4.5 right now, just to see.
I'll say that we'll lose against Detroit. That'll be our first loss after coming down from the high, beating Tom Brady and Fox.
So we're still 4-1.
We need time off.
The Eagles come in for Monday Night Football.
Thursday Night Football.
Thursday night.
Yeah. Take your glasses off, Splinter. You don't need them anymore.
12. Yeah, that's right. Thursday Night Football. So we are coming off a short week for the Panthers against the Eagles at home.
I'm friends with an Eagles fan, and he is beyond stoked and believes that the Eagles are going to win the NFC East this year.
And Dallas is going to win the
and
NFC
thinks
East
that
this
we
year.
don't have a chance against the Eagles at home.
The Eagles will be third place in that division. Giants and Dallas are better than them.
I agree.
That's how I feel, and I think we should smoke them. I think Philly
I don't
sucks.
know. And honestly, I think Kirk Cousins could come out and just be like, you know what, everybody in Washington, fuck you. This is my exit, and he just lights everything up.
But who's going to hire him from that point? He's going to have to still play his ass off no matter what.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's going to come out, ball his ass off, and leave Washington.
Oh, then leave anyway? Yeah, he should do that.
Washington's sorry.
But Giants beat, Giants.
Giants have an
good.
extremely tough defense, even though no one realizes that. They've got stupid OBJ. They got dumb Eli retard ass.
So the Skins are the cellar dwellers.
I would say so. Aren't they always?
Yeah, so that's what I was hoping.
Even when they win, they're still a seller.
They still got their that quarterback. What's his name? Wentz. Was he draft pick?
Carson
Good
Wentz.
draft pick a
Carson
couple days
Wentz.
ago.
He sucks.
A couple days ago.
Then the Panthers head to Chicago to take on the Bears.
Victory.
Against rookie quarterback Mitch Trubisky.
How are we not going that game? Oh, you already been up there.
Twice.
Ah.
Both times I've lost.
Okay. Yeah.
Soldier Field.
Yeah.
So after that, the Panthers are heading down to Tampa to take on Jameis Winston and
First
the Bucs.
time we're playing the Bucs all season comes with what, week 8? Is this before or after the bye?
Buys in November. Mid-November is before.
Okay, so right before. So when do we get the bye? After Chicago?
We get the bye after the Dolphins.
Okay.
And I think that the Panthers, I think we're going to split with the Bucs this year, and I think we're actually
that.
going to
I think
beat
that's
them
fair.
in Raymond James.
And they're going to come beat us here?
Probably.
Whoa.
I disagree with. I think we sweep the Bucs and the Saints.
And the Falcons?
Possibly split with Atlanta. A possible split. We could beat them both.
Well, speaking of which, the Falcons come to Carolina the following week.
We're beating them here.
Beating them here?
And because
It's
we're
gonna be-
going to have the whole crowd hyped up with our stickers outside.
Yeah.
That's
We're
gonna
going to
be a
have
good
the
one.
banner out there. It's going to be
We're
nice.
going to win. We're going to beat theirs.
We're going to retire a bumper sticker.
I really do think at worst we go 5 and 6 in NFC South this year. 5 out of 6.
Thank
Dolphins
you.
come to play the Panthers.
Victory.
I'm going to agree with you.
I'm going to say that
Kill Jay Cutler.
but whatever team starts week 1 in Miami is not going to be the team we see by then. Jay Cutler's not going to last the season.
He looks like a piece of shit in that color too. What an
Everybody looks terrible.
Teal and
Jay
orange.
Cutler especially does. He's an asshole.
If there's Tubby Maguire, he'd look better.
And then we get our first bye week against the Jets. Actually, we get our first bye week, and then we get our second bye week against the
We're
Jets.
playing the Jets. Follow me. Just as the
So-
And we can play at 10% good and still win that game.
Yep. Panthers versus the Saints at New Orleans.
I mean, that's one of the ones that could fuck us, but it shouldn't.
All right, so I mean, well, it's still like 4 losses at this point. Of the
I'm not
season.
going above 5 at all in any potential ways of it. I don't think we lose more than 5 games. Max.
Vikings come to the Panthers.
Fuck them. We're beating them.
Yeah,
They talked shit last
there's
time.
and what's his name? Bridgewater's not even playing at all this season. I
No,
don't
they've
think.
still got Sam Bradford though.
Oh, that's
Fuck
right,
him.
Bradford. Yeah, Bradford's been that up and down too. He's still more consistent than Hoyer, but he can be dangerous. Minnesota's got a good team.
They're a good defense,
They're definitely improved.
but they ain't going to be able to stop McCaffrey.
We took their nickel.
We did.
And their dime.
Yeah.
Take your lunch money, bitch.
Packers come to play in Charlotte. That's one of those ones where
If we lose it, I won't be surprised.
yeah,
Are the Packers still the old Packers
If
anymore?
Aaron Rodgers is on the field, is deadly.
yeah. If Aaron Rodgers is on the field, you have a chance to lose.
But I mean, I'm not like terrified of the game, but I'm also realistic that it could be an L.
Yeah, I'm down with that too.
Like if we go in there and we start strong, we get up 10-0 or something, and just keep the momentum, we'll be fine. But if we let that dickhead get ahead 3 touchdowns like when we saw him,
In the first quarter, and then Luke got ejected.
yeah, that was just bad news Bears there.
Good times, but that
Bad
game.
news Bears. Then we got Tampa Bay coming here for the Christmas Eve game. Victory. We always beat them on Christmas.
I can't wait for that.
We always beat them on Christmas. And then New Year's Eve
play
in
in-
Atlanta.
Again, always in and out there.
Could mean everything, could mean nothing. Hopefully.
I hope it means nothing by that point.
I hope it means nothing to them because they're already out of contention.
Yeah, I don't want the two of us battling for the bottom of the freaking NFC
You
South.
know what? I kind of want them to start out hot again, and then, like after 4 or 5 games, just tank like they did in
The pressure.
2015.
The pressure is so. I mean, I can't even imagine what kind of pressure that is. That's some sort of fantasy.
You can't imagine the pressure that we were under last year.
Right, following the Super Bowl, right? But this has got to be worse. This has to be.
I think so as well.
I don't know. The players down in Atlanta are so dumb that they might not understand that they lost. Like, I really don't know.
We was winning for most of the game, so we're still winners.
Yeah. They're like, oh, and even the Atlanta fans say, oh, at least we had a lead to blow. And I'm like, I kind of am glad that I didn't have, the game started off the way it did.
Yeah.
Because if I got 3 quarters of thinking I was going to win the Super Bowl on Super Bowl Sunday and then blew a 25-point lead, I might kill myself.
That'd be pretty brutal.
That's what I'm saying. It's just a different beast, and
I
we'll
don't care what
see
they
Matty Ice is going to melt
Worst loss
or choke again.
That is the worst Super Bowl loss.
It's the worst
Period.
sports loss ever, and it's those assholes.
And that makes me so gleeful. But so, gun to your head, just pick a record. What do you call it? I'm saying 12-4.
I'll go 11-5.
And I'll go 10-6.
Well,
Okay.
I think we've got it covered at least, because those are my 3 top predictions also.
Yeah, I wouldn't go less than
Wouldn't
10
be
wins.
sad if
Between 10 and 12 wins.
we got 13, 14, 15, 16. Hey.
10 wins, 6 losses. That's not
Granted,
bad.
we almost all said 13-3 last year. So,
Whatever, I'm wrong every fucking year. So
I usually go low. I feel I'm going a little high this year.
well,
100.
we'll
I went
see.
100. Well, thank you for spending your time with us. It
Yep.
means a lot to us. We hope you had as much enjoyment as we did. Carl's just dancing for you.
I have to go to the bathroom so bad.
See, he didn't even go to the bathroom 'cause for you, people.
He's going to pound your toilet.
You need to go and turn the water on. It's awful.
Oh, it's one of those situations again. There's a 3-step process.
Just go outside.
That's
Could do that. It's like a
bear.
ditch.
Yeah.
It's a huge ditch.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You could straddle the. Carl's gonna go
I'm
shit
gonna
in the
go
ditch.
shit in the ditch.
And we're gonna wait to be 1-0 and then see you find people again. We might even do a live update at halftime if we're up 100.
We all float down here.
I think we will be at Sir Larry's house.
Probably. He just doesn't know that yet.
Yep.
And he doesn't watch
Thanks
this
for having
show,
us,
so-
Larry.
All right, man. It's gonna be happy. Good time at your house.
And keep pounding for this week. Let's have our boys have a good week of practice and Herney not destroy the innards of our team. And
Regular season's here.
most
Woo! Keep pounding.
mostly
Go Panthers.
go pounding.
Keep.
Get rid of Graham Gano before I see you next.
Goodbye, good now.
Goodbye.
Good now.
Pounding.
Goodbye.
If you like us, please subscribe to us at Panthers Poundcast on YouTube.
Cam says like on Facebook.
And click the bell next to subscribe to get notifications every time we release a new video. Keep
Keep pounding.
pounding.